Hi, dear listeners. Welcome to our podcast for learning English. I'm Emma.
Hi, I'm John. Today, we are talking about an interesting topic. Does taking risks change our life? We will use simple English, so it's easier for you to learn and practice listening.
Taking risks can really change our lives. When we take risks, we do something new or different. Even if we fail, we learn important lessons. Sometimes risk leads to success, like getting a better job or meeting new people.
Yes, Emma, I agree. Taking risks helps us grow. If we never try new things, we stay the same, life becomes boring. But when we take risks, even small ones, we learn more about ourselves and what we can do.
You're right, John. For example, moving to a new city can be scary, but it can also bring exciting changes. You meet new friends and discover new opportunities. Without taking that risk, life might stay the same and miss out on new experiences.
Exactly, Emma, risks are not always big. Sometimes, it's about trying something simple, like starting a new hobby. It can be scary at first, but it can make your life better. You might discover something you really enjoy.
True, John, but we also need to think before taking risks. Some risks can be too dangerous, and it's important to be careful. For example, taking a risk with your health or safety is not a good idea.
That's a good point, Emma. Taking smart risks is key. We should always think about the possible outcomes before deciding. Sometimes, it's important to take time and plan so that the risk has a better chance of success.
Yes, we need to balance things. Taking no risks can lead to a boring life, but taking too many risks without thinking can cause problems. It's all about finding the right balance and knowing when to take the leap.
Absolutely, Emma. A risk can help us reach our goals. For example, someone might want to start a business. It's a risk because it could fail, but with careful planning, it could become a big success and change their life forever.
That's a great example, John. Many people who are successful took risks at some point in their life. Without taking that chance, they would not be where they are today. It's part of growing and moving forward.
And even when risks don't work out, there's still something valuable. We learn from our mistakes. Failure teaches us how to improve and try again. Every failure is just another step toward success in the future.
Exactly. Failure is not always a bad thing. It helps us to understand what went wrong and how to fix it. Sometimes, failing is part of learning, and it helps us to become better at what we do.
Yes, Emma. So, do you think risk is necessary for everyone? Or can some people live a good life without taking risks?
That's a tough question, John. I think some people are happy without taking many risks. But for most people, taking at least a few risks is important. It helps us grow and make life more exciting.
I agree. I think it depends on the person. Some people love adventure and change, while others prefer a more stable life. But even small risks, like learning a new skill, can improve their life in some way.
You're right. Sometimes it's the small risks that bring big changes. Trying something new can open new doors and help you discover new opportunities. Even a little step outside your comfort zone can make a difference.
Yes, Emma, like learning English, for many people, speaking a new language is a risk. But it can change their lives by giving them more opportunities to travel, meet new people, and find better jobs.
Exactly, John. Learning English is a great example of how taking risks can lead to positive changes. It might be difficult at first, but the more you practice, the better you get, and that can really improve your future.
It's the same with any new skill. Whether it's learning a language, playing an instrument, or starting a business, taking that first step is often the hardest. But it's also the most important one.
Absolutely. It's all about having the courage to try. Once you take that first step, things get easier. Even if you make mistakes along the way, it's all part of the process. You just have to keep going.
That's right, Emma. So, what advice would you give to someone who is afraid of taking risks?
I would say start small. Don't think about the big risks right away. Start with something simple and see how it goes. If it works out, you can try bigger things. Taking small steps is less scary but still helps you grow. That's great advice, Emma. I agree. Taking risks doesn't mean you have to do something huge. You can start with small challenges and build your confidence over time. That way, risks become less frightening.
Yes, and it's important to remember that everyone feels fear when they take a risk. It's normal. The key is not to let fear stop you from trying. Fear is a natural part of growing and learning.
That's true. Fear can be a good thing because it helps you stay alert and focused. But you should never let it hold you back. Instead, use it as motivation to push yourself forward. Exactly, John. Fear can help us grow if we don't let it control us. It's about facing your fears and using them to push yourself towards something better. That's how we change and improve.
One thing I've learned is that you should never be afraid to fail. Failure doesn't mean you're done. It just means you're learning. Every time you fail, you get closer to finding the right solution. The important thing is to keep trying, even when things don't go as planned. That's what makes risks worth it.
Exactly, John. Failure can be a stepping stone to success if we learn from it. The people we admire, like famous inventors or business leaders, didn't succeed on their first try. They faced many failures, but they kept going. That's why taking risks is so important. It's how we find out what we're truly capable of.
Another good point, Emma, risk also helps us become more confident. When you take a risk and succeed, even in a small way, it boosts your self-esteem. You realize that you can handle challenges, and that makes it easier to take bigger risks in the future. Confidence is key to growth, and risk-taking helps build it.
Absolutely, confidence grows with every step you take, even if the result isn't perfect. The more risks you take, the more you believe in yourself. And once you trust yourself, you're more willing to face new challenges. Confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets.
That's a great way to put it, Emma. Confidence really is like a muscle. When we take risks, we're training ourselves to be more resilient. We get better at dealing with uncertainty and challenges. And when we overcome those challenges, we feel stronger and more prepared for the next one.
Right, John. It's also about keeping a positive mindset. If you believe that every risk is a chance to learn, you'll be more willing to take them. Even when things don't go as planned, staying positive can help you find new solutions. A good attitude is key to turning risks into opportunities.
Exactly, Emma. Having a positive mindset helps us see challenges as opportunities, not problems. When we approach risks with this kind of thinking, we're more likely to succeed. Even if things go wrong, we learn and grow from the experience. It's all about how we look at it.
Yes, John, and let's not forget, taking risks doesn't always mean big changes. Sometimes, small risks, like speaking up in a meeting or trying a new way to solve a problem, can have a big impact. These small steps can help us improve in both our personal and professional lives.
That's a great point, Emma. Sometimes the risks we take seem small, but they can lead to bigger things. Maybe it's talking to someone new or taking a class. These little risks might seem small at first, but they often open the door to bigger opportunities later on.
Exactly. Every small risk is like planting a seed. Over time, that seed can grow into something much bigger. You never know where even a small risk can lead. It could be the start of something amazing, and it all begins with that first step outside your comfort zone.
So, to wrap up, we've talked about how taking risks, whether big or small, can change our lives for the better. It helps us grow, learn, and become more confident. Without risks, we might miss out on new opportunities.
Yes, John, and even when things don't go as planned, there's always something valuable to learn. It's all part of moving forward and making life more exciting.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Remember, taking smart risks can lead to big rewards.
And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more simple English podcasts. Keep practicing, keep learning, and don't be afraid to take that next step.
See you next time.